Hey there, all you hepcats, cool kittens, you guys and dolls, you diesel-powered disciples of cool. It is time once again for Comixstravaganza Live, and we are here at the Houdini Room at the Casa de Cool. I am your co-host, the comic book loving, time-traveling, diesel punk, prophet of pop culture, Big Daddy Cool, Johnny Delarocca, swinging solid, with my co-host, Darth Lee, Leanna Player. And apparently we have a mystery guest. Who's joining us here tonight? It's no mystery. It's just Daniel.
It's just me.
Just Daniel. And
I was gassed up for somebody cool.
Yeah.
And it didn't happen.
Well, and especially with that helmet hair.
Oh my God.
He's not so
I'm
cool.
not pretty anymore. I'm not pretty.
Yeah. You know what?
The bowl cut.
Wait,
Look at that.
We can fix that.
Oh, give it to me.
We can fix that.
Give it to me. Y'all carry
on. While she's fixing up pretty boy over here, we got to thank our sponsors, John Pyka Productions, BDC Entertainment, of course, Cosplay Collective, The Unlockable Characters, Comic City Conventions, and, of course, GraphicPolicy.com. If you're watching us live, which we hope you are, you're watching us on GraphicPolicy.com. And nobody in the audience heard a word I just said because they are watching the hair wizard over here. Oh, that's fantastic. I think I would leave it just like that. All of a sudden, I'm reminded of a scene from a movie. What was that movie? Something About Mary? Yeah. That was a great flick. Great movie.
Oh, I love hair mousse.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, it's good stuff. So, guys, I got a confession to make. We have no outline tonight. We're never scripted. Here at Comixstravaganza Live, we're not scripted, but we normally at least have an outline of what we're going to talk about. I was, like, super lazy, and last night when I would normally be doing an outline, hey, go use all of that. My daughter still has to go to school. Anyway,
oh my gosh.
Instead of doing the outline, I found myself binge watching Tales of the Gold Monkey, which is a...
We're getting there.
Yeah, you are.
This is terrible.
Wow, that's awesome. This episode is going to go down in history forever more.
Lord, this is going out too.
We're gonna Darth Maul it.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Well, hey, so a lot of stuff happening. Want to talk first
of all.
Oh
my gosh. No! Oh, yeah, my
Anyway. Yeah, post that. Do a selfie, yeah. Wow.
That'll go up in a minute.
I have no idea where we are now. Oh, Archie Comics.
Yeah, the Kickstarter.
Yeah, so we talked about the Kickstarter last week.
Yeah.
You weren't here. You guys weren't here, but Amy and Nancy and I talked about them doing a Kickstarter.
It feels so weird.
How it had a lot of people upset. Even after we went off the air, more news came out about comic stores basically denying them entry going forward if they were going to continue. So they canceled the Kickstarter.
Yeah, I noticed that today. And
yeah.
Kickstarter's great if you're like not wanting to base a business plan off of it. If you're just like needing funding for like one big hit, then cool. But if you keep doing Kickstarter, what are you doing to me? If you keep doing Kickstarter, it doesn't really. It makes me feel so dirty.
Yeah, you should.
But
anyway, Kickstarter.
Kickstarter, it's not really a very good business plan if you keep doing it because people are going to start getting tired of having to keep giving you money.
Well, and they weren't setting it up as an ongoing business model. They were just using it to get fan engagement and get fans involved in the whole process. But they really just they blundered and stumbled on it, and they tried to do the Veronica Mars movie thing, and it just didn't happen. And so they canceled it. Now, the question remains: are retailers going to welcome them back into their good graces? I don't know. But they have canceled it.
They might. Who knows? I mean, it depends on how many books they were actually moving of Archie every month. You know?
Well, it's still one of the top-selling books in the nation. Not necessarily through comic shops, although they have steady. I mean, you find them in every comic shop, and they have a steady business. But they're sold primarily through newsstand distribution still, in grocery stores and bookstores. So, yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Now, we have some bad news. Well, bad news to some people. Avengers 2 Age of Ultron got bumped out of the top movie slot and went down to number 3. But
it's still making money.
Right.
But
does it matter that much?
No.
I didn't think so.
Well, and here was my point on one of the Nerd Rage blogs about it, and how upset they were that it got beat out by a bunch of women. I mean, how misogynistic can you get?
My thing is, anything with Anna Kendrick in it, I'm a fan.
Well, the first movie was enjoyable. I haven't seen
the second
Pitch Perfect 2, but the pitches are back. And but that wasn't the only movie that debuted last Friday. Mad Max Fury Road debuted as well.
I've heard that was really good.
I have to see that.
Well,
really good.
It probably is really good, but it did not meet up with its box office expectations. They were expecting it to really do much more than it did.
Well, it still had a lot of competition, too.
Well, it was the number 2 slot. So basically, you have 2 movies. It took 2 movies to topple Age of Ultron. 4 weeks, a month after its initial release, 3 weeks in the U.S., after it's already surpassed $1 billion and became the 3rd highest grossing movie of all time within that 3-week period. And it's still, rolling along. Even though it's only in 3rd place, here's my prediction. The prophet of pop culture is speaking right now. Gather round, brothers and sisters, as I prognosticate for you.
Oh, Lord.
Anyway,
a preacher on us.
my prediction is it moves back into number 2 this weekend.
Yeah.
And Mad Max falls to 3.
I could see that happening.
I think it might go up.
You think it might go back to 1?
Yeah.
Because the review people, everybody I've talked to love it.
Yeah.
What, Mad Max?
Yeah, so I think more people will get wind of it.
That and the hate, the utterly ridiculous hate against this movie from whatever.
The feminists.
The non-feminists. Like the opposite, the men, whatever. I read
Douchebag.
Oh gosh, it was awful.
Yeah.
I was going to literally this and I go, you make me feel really bad.
Yeah.
To be male.
Yeah, well,
how
you should feel
dumb this is.
Because dude's an idiot.
Yeah, I mean, I read it and I was like, I feel dumber for reading this.
You are an idiot. Na 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 na.
It was the dumbest thing I've ever heard. I've ever read, and I'm sitting here thinking, he obviously does not have a girlfriend or any significant other by any stretch of the imagination. Because if she saw that, she'd be gone.
Well,
so
that's the problem. He doesn't have a girlfriend because he lives in his mom's basement and he never gets out. He's never kissed a girl, and he's angry about it.
Yeah, well.
Did you read this article? Do you know? Oh, call you. Yeah, I read some of your posts on your little secret fan group there.
It's pretty entertaining.
She's a freak.
Yes.
A super freak. Call her. She's single.
Snapchat works too.
Oh, Lord, no, don't do that. That's awful.
What's your Snapchat ID? Are you going to give that out on the air?
Darth Lee 83.
Darth Lee 83. Send your...
Whatever
pics. Darth Lee 83. And she'll respond in kind. She'll reciprocate. Wow.
You stepped in it. I mean, come on.
Okay.
Will you reciprocate?
Yeah.
Oh,
Lord.
You're going to get flooded now. Darth Lee 83.
Oh, gosh.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
Snapchat. Oh, my goodness. Oh. So, okay, 2 years ago, you can watch it on the tape. Well, no, you can't. Because I said on episode 117 of Tales from the Geek, which has never been published, that New Indiana Jones was on its way. Now, I predicted it 2 years ago when the Lucasfilm sale happened. But a year ago, back in October, I said it is coming sooner than later. Within the year, we're going to hear about a new movie. And guess what happened last week? Boom! I've been saying it.
But see,
I still don't know how I feel about that. Even if they get Chris Pratt to do it, I don't know how I feel.
Didn't they say something today that Chris Pratt, they weren't going to get whatever his name is, Chris Pratt for?
Yeah.
My lips just went screw you.
I didn't see that news story, but it's possible.
Yeah.
He would not be my first choice.
No.
My first choice would be Bradley Cooper, even maybe Nathan Fillion.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah.
Maybe do.
Yeah.
Captain Mao.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
he'd be good.
Well, he'd be good.
He'd be very good.
He wants it. He wants to do it. He did a whole photo shoot
He would be perfect
as
for that,
Indiana
actually.
Jones. Yeah, he would.
Like, seriously, because he did Firefly.
Yep.
And he was pretty much, not really Indiana Jones, he was more of a Captain Jack Sparrow.
He was Han Solo on
Yeah.
Firefly.
But,
Or Wild West Han Solo.
yeah, he'd be great at it.
Yeah.
Do it!
Yeah.
You must do it.
Well,
Do it now.
you know what? It's too bad he's really too old, but Bruce Campbell would be good too.
Yeah, he is too old. He'd be good, but he is...
He's a little bit,
If you're going to do that, you might as well get Harrison again.
Yeah, yeah.
You know? But, whatever.
And you know what? I'm gonna reveal something here that's gonna break Leanna's heart.
Keep your clothes on.
I'm not so sure that I'm really all that excited about seeing an elderly 70-something-year-old Harrison Ford in the cockpit of the Millennium Falcon.
I am. I don't care what you say.
It's...
You broke my heart too,
depends.
Johnny.
I don't know.
depends on how they
I'm on
play
the
it.
fence. I'm on the fence.
I'm
Who
excited.
else is going to captain the Falcon?
Nobody.
There's nobody that can...
I'm not really all that excited about seeing my childhood heroes hobbling around on walkers while the younger people just run circles around them.
Well, they're passing the torch. Is what's happening.
See, but I don't want to see that. That's not what I want to see.
Then,
I want to remember them in their prime.
I think Han Solo
Closure.
is going to go down in a blaze of glory in this movie. Is what I think.
well, he almost did when they were filming it.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, and that's what I'm saying. So if I'm not excited about a 75-year-old Han Solo, I'm certainly not excited about him reprising the role of Indiana Jones.
Yeah, no, I am not excited because the Crystal Skull or whatever, I was not. I am a Harrison Ford fan for the rest of my life. I always will be. That Indiana Jones movie just didn't do it for me.
Well,
Okay.
you know what? Out of all of them, that was the worst one, but I didn't hate it.
Well, no,
I
wait.
didn't hate it.
Let's
And it kind of
clarify
made
that.
sense, you know, because the pyramids and
Yeah.
aliens and stuff like that. I liked that concept.
Well,
so.
let's put this in perspective. There is no such thing as a bad Indiana Jones film.
True.
Even my least favorite, because it wasn't a bad movie, it wasn't the worst, it just was my least favorite of the saga. Even my least favorite of that saga is better than 99.9% of the rest of the dreck that's put out today.
Yeah.
Right.
Now,
Yes.
there was one moment in Crystal Skull where it kind of did jump the shark. And if they would take this scene out, see, it would be cool
I
if they
wanna
jumped the
jump the
shark.
shark. That
No,
would
but
be
if they would
fun.
take this
So
one
it's
scene
what
out,
it looks like you were just doing.
yeah, if they would take this one scene out, it would be a near perfect
Let me
movie.
work on this together.
And that is where Mutt is swinging through the jungle with the monkeys.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
I'm out.
Yeah. So the rest of it, though, I liked. I did wish that the skull would have been mystical in nature instead of extraterrestrial, but hey, you know, what are you going to do? Anyway, that's off on a tangent. New Indiana Jones is on the way. I'm excited. I think it's a good thing. I got big news today. iTunes sent me the stats on my diesel-powered podcast, The Voice of Diesel Punk, on iTunes, and we officially hit 50,000
I saw that.
plays.
High five.
Yes.
Here, high five.
High five.
Oh, this way.
Boom, boom.
Here,
Yeah.
squeeze it.
No.
Squeeze it.
No. God, she's trying to wipe her hands off. Gross.
Yeah, I don't know
Yeah.
what
You
that's
got-
all about.
You got,
It's a little bit.
you got dangle juice all over.
Oh, shut
Oh
up.
gosh, that's
Yeah.
a little bit. Darth Lee, 86.
83.
83.
Darth Lee 83. It rhymes. There you go.
Mhm.
Darth Lee 83 on Snapchat. She
Yeah.
likes this.
Uh,
Anyway, 50,000 plays, and that's only in the last 10 months.
there you
It
go.
It does not include the 2 years previous when we were on a different server with a different iTunes feed. So yeah, that's pretty. I don't know. I'm a little bit proud. I feel like that's kind of impressive.
the amount of people that will fit in a stadium have listened to you.
Yeah, yeah. We average, the stats show that we average between 2,500 to 3,000 listeners per episode.
There you go.
The highest rated episode was almost 13,000 people
Wow.
at one time. Yeah, that was pretty
cool.
I feel pretty good about that. All right, so we got some hot picks. We got to talk about some cool releases. And I wanted to give some props to a buddy of mine. D. Allen Lewis wrote this book called The Bishop of Port Victoria. And this is like an ultra gritty, super dark noir superhero story. Very bloody, very hyper violent. Right up your alley. You're going to love it. Yeah, published by my publisher, Pro Se Productions. And I finished it recently and wanted to give props. It's good. You're gonna love it, Daniel. And
I'll get through this probably tonight.
Yeah, the way you read, that's a one-sitting book for you. It was 3 weeks for me.
Because he has to sound all the words out.
That's pretty much it. No, you know what it is? I've got a little bit of ADHD.
ADHD.
Yeah, it's not that I can't focus, but squirrel.
It went that way. I saw.
Yeah. No, I'll read something and I'll be like, what did I just read? And now I gotta reread it. And then,
I read like this. La, 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 la. Okay, something interesting for 3 sentences, and then blah, da, 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 da. Yeah.
And then you're asleep. Yeah.
Then she gets a Snapchat.
Now, if it's a Timothy Zahn novel, like one of his Star Wars novels, that's one sitting for me.
Oh, it's over.
I will sit there for 12 hours until I'm done.
Yeah.
Dresden Files.
Oh.
Jim Butcher.
Yes.
Pretty much the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But anything else, it's
started those up again too. Yeah.
You know, do you remember there was a TV show?
Oh, I hated it.
I did too.
Hated that TV show.
Too. But you know what? I started watching it again on Hulu.
I have to give it a shot.
Last night, and it's the context of time.
True.
You know, when it came on, I was like super mad about those books. I was just into them, and the show wasn't anything like what I saw happening in the books. Well, it's been a while since I've read a Dresden Files book. It's been a couple of years, and so I don't have that fresh image in my mind. So I went back and I watched it. I said, let's see what this is. I love it. I really like it. It is completely different from the books, but in a good way.
It's hard for me because I still have that fresh in my mind because I'm going back through them again just because I can. And there's scenes in my head that I just want to see in film, and I'm like, it's never going to happen.
Yeah, the last one I read was Turncoat, which was a great story.
One.
Great story.
Great one.
You know you're going to stick to your helmet when you put it on.
That'll be fantastic. All right, we got some new comics.
Rain, it'll wash it all out.
It is New Comic Day in the United States, and we got some new comics to talk about. For you Douglas Adams fans, you know, the guy who wrote Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, he's got a brand new series out called Dirk Gently, Holistic Detective. And this is by IDW, and the creative team on this is Ryle Akins, Livesey, and O'Grady. We have a Scottish comic creator. Anyway, Dirk Gently. You're so juvenile.
You're laughing too.
Only because she's laughing. This is getting a lot of good buzz on the internet. A lot of good reviews. A lot of people really excited about it. It's Douglas Adams, so he's got a built-in fan base. I know you're really excited. Darth Lee 83 Snapchat. All right. Also out this week, Masks 2, number 2, and this is classic pulp heroes like the Shadow, Green Hornet. Fury and Spider and Lady Mask and the Black Terror all getting together for a big, massive team up.
Looks like they're playing a game of cards.
Yeah, Dead Man's Hand.
Poker night.
So, anyway, check that out. Again, a lot of great reviews. I haven't read issue 2 yet, but issue number 1 was really pretty cool. A lot better than the first series. The first Masked series disappointed me pretty big time. All right, this one I'm really excited about. A lot of promise. This is on a lot of people's playlists. Now, I went by my local comic book shop, and unfortunately, they didn't have it because this is from Action Lab Comics, and they're mostly known for their digital stuff. It is in print, but if you didn't pre-order it, your smaller stores may not have it. But you can get it on Comixology.com, and they're a friend of ours, and check that out. But The Adventures of Arrow Girl, and this is a girl, a prepubescent teenage girl, well, prepubescent, not teenage, like 12-year-old girl with a jetpack, kind of Rocketeer style, and she is the sidekick to her father, what's his name? Battle Jack. And this is done with an art style kind of similar to Gravity Falls, the Disney animated series. And a lot of people are digging this in a big way. It has a lot of promise, and I'm going to be reading it tonight after we go off the air. Actually, after I watch The Flash again, the season finale.
I'm not caught up on it, and we haven't watched it yet. Okay, we're not.
No, I'm not going to tell you what happened. Other to say, they've created a very difficult problem for them to solve at the beginning of season 2. That's all I'm going to say. Nobody's really talking about this online, but after the events that happen in the season finale, I'm not sure how there really can be a Flash. I don't know how Barry can be the Flash anymore. So that's all I'll say. If you haven't seen it, you have to watch it. All right. On shelves this week in hardcover, the complete collected edition of Grendel versus Shadow by Matt Wagner. I got these in the individual issues. I gotta say, I like the Shadow as a concept. The character has always kind of intrigued me. I've never been thrilled by the stories that have been written or all of the artists that have worked on him. I always feel like they miss his full potential until Matt Wagner did this series. And Matt Wagner, of course, created Grendel, and it's a time travel story. Grendel, Hunter Rose, from the present day, goes back in time to the 1930s and tries to take over Prohibition-era New York City and has to, face the Shadow, fight the Shadow. And it was fantastic. Phenomenal book. 3 issues. They've collected them in hardcover. Best Shadow story I've ever read. And it was the first Grendel story I ever read and got me turned on to Grendel. So if you're a Shadow fan, pick this up. If you're a Grendel fan, pick this up. If you don't know if you're a Grendel or Shadow fan, pick this up. You'll be happy you did. Trust me, take my word for it. All right, the big release. This is huge, and it's already sold out in some stores.
What?
Yes. Dee and Nancy ran by a local comic book shop down the street, and they did not have it on their shelves. And, well, I'm assuming it's sold out because they were like, what? We don't know what you're talking about. That's impossible because this is the biggest release of this week. The internet is buzzing about it. It's spinning out of Marvel's Secret Wars, and everyone is talking about A-Force. Well, except for that a-hole.
Yeah.
On the Mad Max thing, but
yeah, he'll get over.
A-Force, an all-female team of Avengers.
Ooh.
Yes.
Yeah. So this is happening. The first issue takes place on Battleworld during the Secret Wars, but apparently this is going to survive after Secret Wars, and you don't have to have read Secret Wars to enjoy it. Now, for all of you anti-feminists out there, don't get your panties in a wad. Just because it's an all-female Avengers team doesn't mean that there aren't any strapping male superheroes. You can still see the bulging pecs and the over-exaggerated packages. Was that politically correct?
I guess.
Enough.
Yeah.
You're putting it nicely.
Yeah. So you can live out your basement dwelling fantasies still, but
it's
I'm being a little bit mean about this, aren't I? It bugs me that there are these fanboys who get all bent out of shape because it's an all-female title. I'm like, come on, guys, grow up. Move out of your parents' basement, kiss a girl, see some sunshine.
Darth Lee 83 Snapchat.
But this is the biggest release of the week.
You're gonna get blown up.
Yeah, we
I
are.
hope so.
Well, I'm going to get hate mail over my comments, and you can send them to comicstravaganza@gmail.com.
Whatever.
Anyway, A-Force, #1, huge title. The team is led by She-Hulk. Also features the original female Captain Marvel, Monica Rambeau, now Spectrum. It does have Carol Danvers, Captain Marvel, and Spider-Woman, and Medusa, and Rogue, and a lot of other great female characters. But She-Hulk is really the central leader character in this book, and super excited about it. And we got, I think her name is Nico from the Runaways. She's part of the team. So, and another big character, you don't see her on the cover, but a big part is played by Miss America. America Gomez is the character, and she was one of the young Avengers. So yeah, you'll see why she is awesome if you pick up this book. It is sold out in a lot of stores, so if you haven't already gotten it,
Go now.
go now. You can turn us off. We'll forgive you. Run down to your local shop and pick it up, and that'll be awesome. There are a lot of other great titles out on shelves this week. Go to your local comic book shop, browse, find something that you love. Not Convergence, but did I just say that out loud?
I heard it.
I gotta say, Convergence has been a massive cluster. It's a mess. DC has fumbled the ball big time. And anyway, that's the Dazzler. And she does wear roller
I was like,
skates.
she's on roller skates.
Yes.
That's awesome.
She is awesome. She's one of my favorites too. Do you know that all of my favorite superhero characters are women?
I know that now.
Yeah. All of my top favorite characters are all female characters. Captain America is the only male character to break the top 5. So, yeah.
Mine's mixed. I've got probably 3 and 2. It's okay.
Yeah. Anyway, that's it for new comics this week. You guys got anything else you guys share?
Well, they have talked about a new Spider-Man rumor that, how do you say his first name?
Asa.
Butterfield.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of mixed reviews on it online. They're like, oh,
There's mixed reviews on every casting
But I
call
think
they've
there's
had
more
ever.
good than there is bad. I'm for it. I'm excited to see an actual youthful Spider-Man that's actually
A kid.
Yeah,
Well,
age appropriate.
He's
I would
19 right now.
He's 18 right now.
I read 19.
I read 18.
Whatever. He still can't buy a drink legally.
But this kid has been in some amazing movies.
Hugo, Ender's Game.
The boy in the striped pajamas, he was in that one too.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
So, I mean, he's got a lot under his belt.
Well, and in Ender's Game, he basically played Peter Parker.
Yeah.
Have you seen Ender's
No.
Game?
No.
Oh,
It's
well,
a great movie.
it is a great movie.
I'll have to get it tonight.
I saw it coming a mile away, by the way. That movie did not surprise me in the least, but it was still a good movie. But he basically plays Peter Parker. And he looks like the early Peter Parker from the Lee Ditko series. And I was reading this one asinine comment on Facebook. I'm really starting to have a love-hate relationship with Facebook. I'm really starting to hate the internet. I'm becoming a
It
curmudgeon.
took you this long?
Yeah. One guy was like, is it too much to ask for an adult Spider-Man for adult audiences? I'm like, dude, wait, what is your expectation? The character starts out in high school.
Yeah.
If they're going to introduce a new Spider-Man in the new MCU movie universe, then
They need to start fresh.
It needs to be a kid. And it was one of those
I could do
tirades-
without. I mean, do you really think he necessarily needs another backstory? Like
No, they don't need to.
movie
They don't need to do the
with all
origin.
that? I
No.
don't think so
They
either.
just need
We
to
get the idea.
drop right
we
into
know.
the action. And I hope they have Kraven the Hunter
Maybe
as
they
his
like
villain.
Yes.
run
I
into him
want
or
to see
something.
that
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah,
I wanna
everyone
see
wants Kraven. What would be even better than just Kraven is Kraven's Last Hunt. Oh, please put that on film, please.
Just have them all show up to the same fight,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
that'd be it.
yeah.
Go
That's
from
all
there.
you need. everyone knows he was bitten by a spider. Whoop-de-doo.
And that, I want the smart aleck comment from Robert Downey Jr. I want the smart aleck comments back and forth between Spider-Man and Robert Downey Jr.
I think that would be
I want
good.
that argument so bad.
Yeah.
That would be great.
We might see it in Civil War, so,
Yep.
we'll look for that. Anything... What was that?
I was saying yes.
Oh, I thought you were doing something else there. I just...
Darth Lee 83!
Darth Lee 83. All right, so what else? Anything else?
I'm good.
We got some special guests here tonight.
Yay!
So I'm going to kick you guys off the set. And Nancy Arch and the guys from JABE Con are going to come in. We'll move this. Nancy, can you adjust the camera just a little bit up so that you get my head?
Yo.
And come on in, guys. All right, so we got the fellas here from JABE Con. Scooch this way. Let's get a little bit closer, a little bit. And it's not Nancy Arch, it's Dee Volpe who's going to join us, which is okay. We love Dee. We love Nancy. We love them both. And, you know, we don't have a script. Anyway, so introduce yourself to our viewing audience.
I'm Skylar Stone. I'm the con chair of JABE Con.
I'm Javen Stone. I'm the fill-in extra con chair. Co-chair, yeah, sure. Whatever we're calling it now, yeah.
So you're with JABE Con.
Yes.
Is this the first year you're doing this?
This is the fourth year.
Fourth year.
Fourth year.
Why have I not heard about this until this year?
We're at a college campus, so we have a lot of limitations on promotion, funds, reach.
Well, you're going out to millions of people right now, live through graphicpolicy.com. And this is coming up this weekend.
Yes.
Is it one day only?
One day only.
How many hours of programming? You said 20?
We have over 20 hours of programming shoving into 12 hours in an event. So we have multiple panel rooms going at the same time, multiple contests, tournaments, things like that.
Yeah, so you guys are doing some pretty cool original stuff. First of all, they were smart enough to book the Cosplay Collective to do the Cospitality Suite. So, Dee, Nancy, is Amber going to be there? I'm going to be there for a little while. But Matt and Amanda? Okay, yeah. So members of Cosplay Collective are going to be there running the Cospitality Suite. If you don't know what the Cospitality Suite is, you've not been watching the show. Because it is a place for cosplayers to come to rest, relax, recharge, and repair. So, you know, just to get away from the cameras, chill out, have a drink, have a little bite to eat. You got to bring your own. You can, you know, meet other cosplayers, network a little bit. But most importantly, you can repair, fix, you know, even get changed if you need to. But we've got sewing machines, we've got tape, we've got glue, we've got foam, we've got markers, paint, everything you can imagine.
Anything to fix anything.
Yeah, so you know, you have a wardrobe malfunction, you can come to the Cospitality Suite and get it fixed right up. I mean, that's awesome. And you guys have been, if you've been watching, you know the reviews on the Cospitality Suite have been amazing. Not that I need to sell you guys, but I need to sell them. So come to JABE Con just for the Cospitality Suite. But even if you're not a cosplayer, there's tons of other stuff.
Tons of other stuff.
So
only $5 to get in. So we have
wait, $5? Is that what you said?
Yeah,
just
yeah.
$5?
Just $5 to get in.
5 thin dollar bills, 50 dimes, 500 pennies.
We've got a Magic the Gathering tournament. We've got a cosplay contest with a $300 grand prize from Euphoria Cosplay Studios. We've got Funimation grab bags that have Blu-rays in them and lanyards and DVD box sets. We've got a bunch of frisbees from our radio station. We've got
digital gaming tournaments with a grand prize or total prizes equaling $150. Gift certificate to Game Galaxy Arcade
in Antioch.
Yeah.
We've got our analog gaming room. We have a local board game distributor and developer, Black Locust Games. They're based out of
Franklin.
They're going to be playtesting a game that used to be called Kingdom. I'm not sure the new name, Region, Arkham, I think it's something like that. It's a very cool game. You can playtest that. We've got viewing room sponsored by Crunchyroll. We're going to have about 12 hours of viewing. That's new animes, old animes, a lot of cool stuff all day long. Some dubs, some subs. So
what about
the
guests?
Like. Yes, we have Jennifer Seehee. She's the singing voice of Sailor Moon. She's going to have a Sailor Moon fan panel as well as a singing panel. She's a professional in Nashville now. She did the Campbell's soup jingle. So she's done a lot of cool stuff that not necessarily just anime related. So she'll tell you tips and tricks of the trade. We also have cosplay guests, Cheshire Cosplay from Kentucky. She has a Fallout panel. We have Joshua Patterson from Kami House Cosplay. He has a really cool Iron Cosplay challenge, which is like Iron Chef meets cosplay. So it's very cool. Lots of cool stuff to do. Only $5 to get in.
That's very cool. Very cool. I gotta ask the question, since I am the voice of Diesel Punk. Do you guys have any Diesel Punk panels? Anything on steampunk, diesel punk? No?
Don't. We,
you said your theme was time travel.
It is time travel. Our time travel event right now is we have a game show where we talk about different nerd time travel events, things like Chrono Trigger, the game.
No.
I'm going to enter it. I can't enter it?
You cannot.
Why?
Enter it because
I'm not a paid guest.
you're a professional.
I want to put a smackdown on those amateurs. I challenge anyone to beat me in time travel trivia. I really do. When is that trivia game?
That is the last thing, so it'll be 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
Okay.
7 o'clock.
Okay. I'm gonna at least attend it.
Right.
So I can at least make nasty faces at the people when they get answers wrong. Can I do that?
Yeah.
You need to be nice, Johnny.
I'm not a nice person.
Yes, you are. It's all lies. He's telling you.
Fine. Anything else really exciting? It's this Saturday. Where?
Cumberland University in Lebanon, Tennessee. 1 Cumberland Square, Lebanon, Tennessee. We're going to be at Labrie Hall. There's several campus buildings, so Labrie Hall will be labeled. We'll have a marquee with labels, and we'll have signs up. So just follow the signs once you get off of
231 and Leroy, off there. We'll also have a food truck, Minutemen Express. They'll be outside serving food from 10:45 to 4:30.
What kind of food?
Lots of different types. They have anything from teriyaki chicken rice bowl to there's a vegan option of the same thing with a cabbage salad, and then they also have macaroni and cheese, hot dog, and more comfort food stuff like that.
Any chicken and waffles?
we have any chicken and waffles. They're
Someone bring me some chicken and waffles. Just bring it to the hospitality suite just for Johnny.
Yeah, they'll be selling that, and they'll be pretty cheap food. Anything probably around $5 is the median price.
And you can get
that's pretty good.
Two meals for about $8 for the same thing, a big enough meal to split it with someone else.
Yeah.
And then we'll have little snack deals with them as well. They have chips and drinks for like $2.
Cool deal. So this dovetails right into the hospitality suite. You guys, in your cosplay outfits, you don't want to eat in your costume, but you can't run back to home or a hotel to change. You can get something to eat at the food truck, get a little extra for us, bring it to the hospitality suite, and you can relax, take off your costume, your hood, your cape, whatever, and enjoy your lunch. How cool is that?
Yeah, they'll have lunch and early dinner, 4:30.
That's too early for you, for dinner. But,
well, that's just the right time for my father, who's 81 years old. Give me that dinner. Anyway, anything else you want to share with our multitude of viewers?
Check us out at jabecon.com, JABECON.com. Check us out on Facebook. Join our event page. We put our updates on our event page on Facebook. We've also got a Twitter account. You can check us out on Twitter at JABECon.
So, JB stands for Japan Animation, Books, and Entertainment.
Yes, so we cover a wide variety of things, and animation in Japan seem to be the leading things. That's why they're first. So they come pretty well. We have John Gale from the Nashville Consulate Office for Japan. He comes and does some career panels. We also have a Nashville Dojo teaching some martial arts. So we got some Japanese representations for different Japanese things. So we got some cool stuff.
Excited.
I'm really excited.
Yeah, this is going to be a fun day, and for $5, I mean, come on. That's like the deal of a century. Right?
Yeah. Try to offer as
that's
much
a good
as you
deal.
can.
That's good for a whole one-day con.
Yeah, that's awesome.
These guys are so chill.
I know, they're very zen.
They're so Winnie the Pooh-ish. I can tell.
They're musicians too.
Are they? I can tell though. My Tigger is making him a little bit nervous over here. It's all right. You can.
We are musicians. we do play. We let our free flag fly in our own way. we're soft spoken, but I'm a death metal vocalist, and so it's a little bit different than soft spoken. But we also play tuba.
Cool deal. Cool deal.
Euphonium.
So yeah, so that's coming up this weekend, this Saturday. While we're talking about upcoming events, July 11th, the Nashville Comic Expo at the fairgrounds. We're going to be there.
Friday. Spring Hill Library.
This Friday,
Mini
Spring Hill?
Comic-Con, it's this Friday.
Ah, so you guys
12
got
to 3.
double duty.
Just like last weekend.
Yeah, yeah. I'll tell you what, Cosplay Collective is all over the place right now. They are the busiest people on the planet. I love it for them because it's all you ever wanted. It's great. It's great. It's great. So Spring Hill Library this Friday. That'll
12 to 3, I believe.
Wait, the 22nd or the 29th?
The 22nd.
The 22nd. So that's this Friday, the 22nd.
We'll
and
be
then,
doing a Cosplay 101 panel, too.
Okay, cool. Cool.
Yeah.
What are the times on that?
12 to 3.
12 to 3 at Spring Hill Library.
Yep.
In Spring Hill,
their
Tennessee.
introduction to summer reading for the kids. It's kind of like a little mini Comic-Con.
Cool deal. And then next Friday night, the 29th, I'll be in Louisville, Kentucky, competing and performing on Burley Pics, the regional burlesque and variety arts competition. If I win my division, I go to Vegas, baby. Woohoo!
Awesome.
Viva Las Vegas! Yeah.
What happens in Vegas stays on YouTube.
Oh, don't say that. And then July 11th, and then in September we're in Jackson. December we're in Biloxi, Mississippi with Geekonomicon, and there's some other things that we're working on. Oh, River City Comic Expo in August, and oh gosh, all kinds of cool stuff.
GMX.
So GMX, I forgot about GMX. Maybe even Dragon Con.
We're making the rounds at Dragon Con.
I'm
going to be there no matter what.
I applied for some panels and to perform at Dragon Con. So if anyone has any stroke, come on, go talk to some people for me because I've never been to Dragon Con. And you know the only way I go to cons is if I'm booked. So I want to go to Dragon Con, so someone help me out. Help out Johnny, the diesel punk prophet of pop culture. That'll be awesome. All right, well, guys and gals, that is it for this week. If you like our show, tell 200-300 of your closest friends and family. If you don't like Comixstravaganza Live, tell your folks about Tales from the Geek. Let's see, we want to thank graphicpolicy.com. We want to thank the Unlockable Characters Cosplay Collective. On behalf of Leanna Player, Daniel Shoemake,
Lee 83.
Darth Lee 83.
Nancy, Arch, and D. Volpe, this has been Comixstravaganza Live. Until the next time, swing hard, swing often. We'll catch you on the flip side.